Hi everyone, welcome back to Metanoia. My name is Carrie Jane, and today we're going to be talking about the Numerology of March. If you haven't done so already, please check out my videos on the Numerology of January and February. And also, it's worth mentioning that this is not for 2020 or any specific year. This is simply a playlist dedicated to the numerology of the calendar year. Also, I want to say real quick, thank you so much to my new patron, Ramses. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but nonetheless, thank you so much for helping me create Metanoia, and also thank you for helping me to remember that I need to mention more often about my patron service, but also that I have a $1 a month option on there, and unfortunately that doesn't get you the monthly video that I'm making based on numerology for my patrons, but it still might be a better option for a lot of people out there. So that is there. Check out the links in the description if you are interested in that. And again, thank you so much, Ramses, for helping me out here. It means a lot to me. Also, I want to say real quick that I will be starting a new playlist this month in March, and that will be on the numerology of the life path numbers as children. So, things that are worth saying for, a one life path child or a two life path child, etc. And I'm really looking forward to taking the time to curate that content and put it out there, because I don't think there has been a lot discussed about the children as life path numbers. I don't think there's a lot of content out there on that, but also I think that there's probably a lot to discover and discuss on that topic, and I have a lot to say on it. I'll probably do an intro video to it before I begin to kind of set the stage for how to approach this topic, amongst other things. So stay tuned for that. So thank you for getting through that long introduction with me. Let's finally get to the numerology of March. So last month we were in the month of 2, and that was a time to slow down, to strike a balance. You watched me shit on the holiday of Valentine's Day, which was hopefully entertaining, if nothing else, to you. But also the topic was, based on intimacy. There is a theme of intimacy, and with love and emotions and things like that, it can get kind of intense. It can, depending on where you are in life. But yeah, sometimes February is a little bit rough, and so March comes and it's very welcomed. The number 3 is very welcomed at this point because 3 is a very lighthearted, fun number. The number 3 is about communications, and it's about joy, and it's a very magical number. It's a magical time. Again, what a coincidence it is that in this time of creativity and joy and magic, that we have a few things going on this month, depending where you are in the world. We have springtime. We have the beginning of spring. And so for the southern hemisphere, you're in your fall, technically, and all transitions kind of have an air of magic about them. So I think that this could apply to them too. But also, what we have this month, in addition to springtime, is we have St. Patrick's Day. And this is potentially one of the least commercial holidays in existence for us Americans, at least, because there's no presents involved. You don't have to get anyone a card. It's very simple. You wear green, you eat corned beef, you drink beer. And it's for everyone. It's not exclusive. Everyone is Irish on St. Paddy's Day. It's such a fun, loving holiday. And here we're also at this time of things getting green again, and we can experience a refreshed, new vitality of the return of life. Or, like I said, you're on the southern hemisphere and you're beginning a shedding, and there is the magic of transitioning into a different period as well. But for us, we have springtime, we have St. Patty's Day. It's a great time. It is, it is just the epitome of the number three. It's just, I don't know, the way that Irish music sounds to me is how I think the the true essence of the number three, the vibration of the three, kind of feels to me at least. I can't say for other people, but I think that the number three really reminds me of Irish culture and things of that nature. I think another reason how or why the number three kind of reminds me of Irish culture is because their history and their culture is very much seated in storytelling. They're storytellers. They are, like, I don't know how to explain it. Just go to Ireland, talk to some Irish people. Like, it's the fabric of their everything is just telling a story and being happy and grateful and, being in the atmosphere, the vibration of being blessed and things like that. So there is like a refreshing optimism in that specific way that I think reminds me, or rather is making me have like this mental connection between Irish culture and the number three. So moving on, some things to say or some advice for this month I wrote down here. Eat, drink, and be merry. The three is very simple like that. Also, allow yourself to be excited about the changing of the seasons and what change of pace that brings. We have new opportunities on the horizon somewhere. Who knows when that's going to start for us personally, but it's there. So let's be happy about that. Let's kind of be in the air of gratitude in that way. Also, I wrote here, allow nature to regenerate you and bring you back to your joy. Whatever is keeping you from your joy this month, do whatever you need to do to reconnect with that. And depending on what you've been through up to this point, that's going to look like something different. You might need to take a break. Maybe you didn't take much of a break, or maybe, last month was too busy for you to take a break. Maybe if you just take a step back. Unfortunately, if you're in grief for whatever reason right now, I think the best way to move through grief is to simply sit in it for a while until you feel like getting up and moving around. If you don't allow yourself to go through the very difficult process of first sitting through that, if you unfortunately are experiencing something like that, the other side of that is reconnecting with your joy. But the only way out is through, as I like to say a lot. I also have here that the number three is a very creative energy. So if you have some sort of creative project that you've been putting on the back burner, maybe now it's time to start that. Maybe now it's time to drag that out, dust it off, and get started with that. I wrote here that it should be felt in a way that you're getting back into the flow of life after rest. So that's what I mean about like creative projects. Maybe it is something very specific, like an artistic project, but it could be anything. It could just be even like, looking at your life from a different perspective and, feeling refreshed in that way. I also wrote here, it might look messy, but that's okay. The three is about mind, body, and spirit, thus making March a great time of the year to focus on this divine trinity, fostering what needs help and eliminating what is not serving us. So I think it's a great time of the year to perhaps even detox as well. It's like there's multiple times in a year, depending on what year you're going through, and depending on each and every person, where we kind of like reach this point where we need to turn a new leaf, or we need to just take what we have and try to look at it from a different angle. And I think that March is just one of those months where we could potentially be faced with that, if that makes sense. So I think that's all I have to say for the Numerology of March for now. Like I said in the beginning of this video, if you want to become a patron or perhaps you want a numerology reading with me, check out the links in the description for those services. As always, please like this video, comment, and subscribe so that those who are meant to find my channel can. I love you all so very much. Hope you're having a lovely month, and take care. See you all soon.